Morning, everybody. Sun's coming up. It's about 6:30. Coffee, breakfast. Privy, got all the things taken care of. And we're headed into Duncannon. Gonna have a trail angel by the name of Mary pick us up and bring us to resupply. So as you can see, the sun's right there. Isn't that nice? I'll tell you what, we've been pretty lucky on this weather. It's been not a lot of rain in the last week and a half, so it's been nice. I'm sure we're gonna pay for it here sooner or later, but today looks like a good day. We're not staying in Duncannon. We're just gonna resupply and maybe get a bite to eat and then head right back out again on our way to Port Clinton, which is 70 miles. So we'll get a resupply for 4 days. You know, at that point, we're going to be over halfway through PA once we get to Port Clinton. So things are happening. We're headed north. And as soon as I get a view or something, or I'll turn the camera on. But again, thanks for following. Hot grease here. We're coming out of the jungle. As you can see, it's pretty thick here. And we're looking for an opening coming up. Looks like there's another ridge in front of us. We just came off a ridge. So we got to cross a smaller valley. By the looks of it, up into Duncannon. So I feel like we should be breaking out any second. You know, when it's this thick and grown in, it's a poison ivy situation. You gotta really watch what you're doing. I'm always looking. Oh yeah, look at that right there. Isn't that gorgeous? Early morning sun. And look at that right there. Let's see if we're gonna be quiet. Let's see if we got some animals out here. This is awesome. There's nothing like early morning sun. It's shining on me, it feels good. I don't see any animals in the field, but it's all right. Of course, I'm getting them out, the dew all over my legs from the grass. There, right there. Imagine living up on that hill right there in that little house. That would be. It's beautiful. I'm sure they have to work hard to get all this land to pay enough to let them live here. All right, we're headed into the sun. I'll turn this off because we're in direct sunlight. So let's see what we see after this. The grease here, that's where we're coming from. Up through that grassy field, all our legs are wet. We're getting ready to cross a road. And look at that. The sun is a little bit overwhelming, but look at the mountains and the ridges. We're surrounded by them again. So we're back in rural America, away from that noisy highway. In big farm country. No traffic on the road. There's a little sign. That's where we come out of, and that's pretty much that sign is located on every road crossing. Footpath only. No mountain bikes. No horses. Just human traffic. But another grassy field that we're going to go down into. And the morning dew is heavy, so our shoes will be wet. Not much you can do about it. So right there is where we're headed. All right, everyone. Here we go. And believe it or not, this is the Appalachian Trail. It is grown in pretty heavily. We got chest-high grass. And I'm getting wet. But I just thought I'd show you that. I definitely will be checking myself for ticks when I get out of here. I don't know how much more of this we have, but I'll definitely be looking when I get into the woods. I'll give you another view of the field. It's absolutely gorgeous. It'd be awesome if we had a couple deer standing out there, but I don't see any. All right. Path seems to be a little better here. Not as high. All right, we're headed north. I agree here. This path is a lot better through this field. It's not quite as high and as grown in, but it's still absolutely beautiful being out here in the morning. It's not midday where the sun is beating on you. It's early morning and the sun rays feel good. You just get a little bit wet. There's purple flowers and white flowers. Wildflowers everywhere. I don't know if they're coming through on the video or not, but they're here. Clover's thick. And here we come over the rise. I knew we were going to get this shot. Oh, we're going to cross another road right here. We'll look across to the other side. And that's probably the ridge we're going up right there. I 2X'd it for a second there, so you get a little bit better look. Looks like a few more fields to go through. We have to thank all the property owners and the farmers and allowing us to come through. We don't leave any trash, or at least our group doesn't. And I believe most of the people on the AT, most of the hikers are very conscientious about that and pack everything out. There are a few who still don't get it, but for the most part, yeah, everybody's pretty cool. And I think probably right there is a parking lot for the AT. So there's already people out here hiking right now. I'm going to come up to the road before I turn this off. Show you a little sign. That's the road. That's the trail from the parking lot. And in Pennsylvania, not all the roads, but I would say 90% of the roads have that sign. And the sign says Maine to Georgia. But as Screwball says, Georgia it should say Maine. Georgia to Maine. But it's okay. We're enjoying ourselves. All right, headed across the road, back into a wet field. I've looked for ticks a couple times. I haven't seen any yet. But... all right. It's probably a quarter to a half a mile to the edge of the woods over there, and then we're going to go up. So that's where we're at. Glad everybody's along. Hope you're enjoying. It's a great morning. See you one later. Oh, that's where I came from. Looks like the field walking is over. We just crossed a bridge through a little bit of a swamp. We have a small boardwalk, and then we're back into the jungle. Just another day on the AT. Here we go. It's here. That's where I came from. We're in a power line. No, I'm sorry, it's probably a gas line. And look at the view we have. This is the only way we get them because we're pretty treed and leaved in. So when we come to an opening, we get one. So there's a mountain range and a lake, and it's just absolutely beautiful. All right, we are headed into Dunbarton. See you guys out trail. Hot grease here. This is the other side of the gas line. It's a little steeper. It's kind of cool looking. You can see the sun's behind me, and you can see my shadow, and then we have that out there. Little town right there in the middle, and farmland and ridges and quite a few mountains. It's nice to see. We haven't seen a lot of this lately. I'm going to give you 2x. All right. Headed back up trail.